Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Fenway Park.
On May 22, 2022, the Sox won with a walk-off grand slam homer from Franchi Cordero in the 10th inning. It was his first home run of the season and gave the Sox a 4-game sweep of the Mariners with an 8-4 win. George Scott's grand slam homer highlighted a record-tying 11 home run spree during the game on May 22 in 1977, which the Sox won by a score of 14-10 over the Brewers at Fenway. Fred Lynn had 2. Dwight Evans, Scotty, Butch Hobson, and Yaz each had 1. On May 22, 1957, the Red Sox tied a record by slugging 4 home runs in 1 inning. Ted Williams, Gene Mauch, Dick Gernert, and Frank Malzone all connected for homers in the 6th inning off Cal McClish to tie the record set by the 1940 Sox. The Red Sox swept a tight doubleheader from the Athletics by identical scores of 3-2, winning both games with strong finishes on May 22, 1953. They grabbed the opener with 2 runs in the 8th inning on Jimmy Pearsall's game-winning hit and won the nightcap on Sammy White's 12th inning walk-off double that scored Hoot Evers from second. On May 22, 1949, Mel Parnell proved why he was the top pitcher in the American League when he edged Virgil Trucks and the Detroit Tigers 3-2. He also knocked in the winning run himself in the 12th inning. The teams entered the inning all tied at 2 each. With Al Zarilla and Bertie Tebbetts on base, Parnell took things into his own hands when he slapped Truck's first pitch between short and third to score Zarilla before left fielder Pat Mullen's throw made it to the plate. Ted Williams reported to the Naval Aviation Cadet Selection Board in Boston on May 22, 1942, without the knowledge of any of his teammates or the management of Red Sox. He passed his physical, and the next day it was publicly announced that he had enlisted in the Navy. He was able to make an arrangement with the Navy, allowing him to finish out the season and meanwhile take the necessary classes to become a naval aviator. On May 22, 1914, the Red Sox beat the White Sox by a score of 1-0 in a pitcher's battle between Eddie Seacott and George Foster. Foster pitched his 4th shutout and had 37 scoreless innings in succession. While pitching for the last-place Boston Doves, later the Braves, Cliff Curtis set a record of 23 consecutive losses when he lost to the Cardinals 3-1 on May 22, 1911. During his lengthy losing streak, he also failed to pick up a win in 28 consecutive starts, which too established another Major League record. And finally, on May 22, 1984, during the 3rd inning at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, a rat scurried out on the field during the game. It moved from the Sox on-deck circle, crossed the first base line, and was headed toward Bruce Hurst on the pitcher's mound before shifting to the left and crossing over the 3rd base line. The crowd was transfixed and the players just stood around watching, but Ed Yorak grabbed the rat in his first baseman's mitt and took it off the field to great applause. It became a national sensation, but Hurst went on to beat the Indians 7-1.